Hello guys, Karen Miller here, and today I wanted to make you a noodle soup. It's been very cold here and I felt like having some noodle soup. I'm gonna put a lot of stuff in it. So I have my dried lobster mushrooms here that I'm going to put in this pot of water to reconstitute. I'm going to put quite a few pieces. I'm going to make like a coconut Thai, Thai, Thai kind of style flavors. Alright, about this. I'm going to let this come to a boil and let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get back to you and we do the soup. We continue. This is what I'm going to use to make my noodle soup. I found this the other day. It's a red lentil gluten-free spaghetti, and all this has in it is the organic red lentil flour. Most of these gluten-free pastas, they have all kinds of stuff. They have corn, they have even the quinoa. There's a quinoa pasta that I got so excited about, but it has corn in it and I don't want to use corn. But this is made from lentils, from a pulse, right? So I'm going to use this, and it has this beautiful red color, but it turns, I think, a bit yellowish after it's cooked. So this is what I'm going to do. So let's go to the stove, and I'm going to add this because I want this to get really soft. When we think of noodles, we think of softness. If I'm doing a spaghetti dish or a pasta dish, we want it al dente or not too soft. But when you're doing a soup, like a noodle soup, we do stir fries or noodle soup, it has to be a bit softer. So it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. Spaghetti, noodles, it's the same thing that they make it with. It's basic flour and water. So I'm going to use this, but I want it to cook much longer than 8 or 10 minutes. This is going to be cooking for about 20-25 minutes. So let's go to the stove. So this here is our reconstituted mushrooms. I'm going to fish this out. I brought this to a boil and I turned off the stove and I let it sit for 15 minutes. So I'm going to remove the lobster mushrooms, the dried lobster mushrooms. I'm going to turn my stove back on, and I'm going to add my spaghetti that I'm using to make my noodle soup. This is it, and it has a beautiful color, this water. I'm adding my noodles whole. I'm not going to break them. Just put it as it is. And it's going to start going down into the pot. This packet that I showed you, it's an 8-ounce packet, so you can use all of it. I'm not using all of it. Okay, so when I come back, I'm going to show you what this looks like. This is going to get in there. As it gets softer, it's going to go down. So this all got all floppy and went into the pot, and now this is going to come to a boil, and while this is boiling, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the rest of the ingredients. So I have some aromatics here that I'm going to put into my soup. I have some ginger, I have some lemongrass. This is what lemongrass looks like. My mom used to give me this when I would have fever when I was a child, and this is used a lot in Thai cooking. So I chopped it up and it's in here. I have some turmeric, I have some oregano, fresh oregano, I have some lime peel that I peeled from this, some basil, and this is the basil here. And when you're doing something like this, you could add the stalks as well because it has great flavor. So you just put everything in there. And I'm also going to add, I told you that there was ginger in there, and I'm going to add also some cilantro. So this is going to be our flavors, and I'm going to start immersion blending in this. water to this to get it going because I don't have, like the onion for instance, I'm not using the onions, so I needed some water to get this going. So our noodles starting to cook, get soft, but we needed to cook a little longer. I'm going to add some of this I found in my refrigerator, some fennel stalks. I'm going to fish it out, sorry, when this is done. Some more flavor. I'm going to add a cup of coconut milk. Some salt, some more salt, some cayenne pepper. I'm going to add a dash of cayenne as well. And I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of that mixture. I'm going to put the recipe online on my website because this is very concentrated. You're only using a bit of it. You can store it in your refrigerator for the next time. You can also use your blender to do this if you don't have an immersion blender. So I'm gonna let this come to a boil and get back to you. So guys, I'm back. This is done. This is the texture that I want the noodles. It's really soft and they're still intact. So when I get back, I'm gonna put this in a bowl. I'm really looking forward to having this. It's really cold here and snowy, and I'm looking forward to having this later. All right, so when I get back, I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice to this as well, just to brighten it up a little bit. So when I come back, I'm gonna plate this and put a little garnish on this. So guys, I'm spooning this out for myself. I have my bowl here. And I'm going to take some noodles out. Oh, here's the other thing. I was looking for it and couldn't find it. The fennel. I'm going to fish that out. Add some more noodles. And then over here, I have, those of you who have been with me for a while, you remember I did this dish with the scallops. This is the lobster mushroom. You know the lobster mushroom, it looks like this. So this is the equivalent for scallops. It has the texture of scallops. So I'm going to add this as a little garnish on my soup. My frying pan is bubbling here, it's okay. So this is it guys, and when I come back, I'm gonna taste this because it's super hot right guys, now. I have my chopsticks here. I love eating noodles with chopsticks. Turn, turn, turn on my spoon for the soup, for the liquid part, and my king oyster mushrooms. I made a mistake, I said lobster mushrooms. Those mushrooms are king oyster mushrooms, and when it's cooked, it has the texture of scallops. It's so delicious. So let me taste this. It's still steaming hot. Lots of ginger, I could taste it. And this is what the doctor ordered, guys, for this snowy, cold weather. Very good. And that king oyster mushrooms It's delicious. This is so good. You have to do this soup. All right. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you guys. See you later.